What's up, people? Mike here, and this is Uncharted 4, Crushing Difficulty walkthrough. This is Chapter 7, Lights Out, and this is the first real combat section. We had a little bit of a combat section in Chapter 5, but this is the real full blown you know this is when you really need to worry about avoiding guys and not getting killed. Normally, for this area they introduced the whole threat indicator, but with crushing that's gone. So it's still there, but you don't get a visual cue that a guy might be noticing you. You have the sound cue. If you really listen, you'll hear you can hear the guy go, "Huh? What was that?" Or "I thought I saw something," or something to that effect. As soon as someone notices you, you'll hear that sound that kicks in that lets you know that you've been spotted and shit is about to get really bad if you're not careful. But for this first part, if you follow the path I go, you can completely avoid having to deal with any of those guys. They won't spot you or anything like that. For the most part, for this beginning section, you can very easily stealth through here without getting spotted. I almost got spotted there because I wasn't quick enough in moving, but the guy didn't see me, so it worked out. But when you come up here, this is when the game introduces the whole tall grass and you can stealth guys in them. You don't actually need to worry about these guys. You can just wait for that guy to pass, and you can just climb up here and move on to the next area. The next part, when you climb this building, you have this whole scripted fight with Nadine. I completely cut it out because it's completely pointless. You can't beat her. It's basically scripted for you to get your ass kicked by her, and I just didn't see the point of wasting the video with it. So as soon as I climb around here and I go into the window, we'll be cutting to the aftermath of it when I'm hanging out from the window. So it's like 3 or 4 minutes that's completely unnecessary. But when you get over here, you'll be getting your gun soon, and Sam makes the greatest throw of all time with the gun. He could easily be a football quarterback with the throw he has with that gun. You can usually get a headshot on one of these guys because they're so focused on Sam, but I fucked up and didn't get it. So I noticed when I was first playing this on hard, I was getting a lot of headshots that I probably shouldn't have gotten, but the game was being very generous in the headshot indicator. So but when you come over here, you can kill that guy. I was getting the cues the guy was noticing something, but thankfully he didn't actually see me. But if you move quick enough, you can usually take this guy out where he won't notice you. But in my case, he did notice me, but the two guys that are coming up the stairs, I guess they were out of the range where his aggressiveness towards me or being alert like didn't affect them, so they're just going on the normal path. So I can just very easily just stealth kill these two guys with no worries. And then this guy just walks right into my arms for a hug, but I hugged him a little too hard. And then there's one guy up on top of the building, and then there is a guy in the building right now. I probably should have gone and like killed him first before I went up and dealt with this guy, because I kind of forgot that there was a guy in the building until when I accidentally alert the two guys across from me. I'm getting shot from behind, and then I remember that the guy's there, and he has a I think it's like a Mac 10 or something, a variant of the Mac 10. So I'm getting like a lot of bullets in me very quickly. So I was trying to do like a corner like takedown effect, but the game decided I wasn't in a good position of it. So that's when I realized that there was a guy over there, but I can very quickly take him out. You could probably completely like sneak by these guys and go into the next area, but the fact that they were alerted to me probably wouldn't have been good for the next area, because I probably would have been taking shots from them, or it might have just had the other guys that come into this place when you move this box just automatically come out. I'm not really sure. So when you're pushing this box up, if you move quick enough, you can get up top before the guys who really have a chance to start shooting at you. They'll usually always spot you, but if you move quick enough, you really won't get too many bullets at you. And then this part can be a little difficult if you're not careful. When you come in here, just run all the way to this left side. Usually this shotgun guy gets up on the stage here, and you can usually just blind fire kill him, but he decided to be an asshole and like come around for me. But make sure you pick up his shotgun. The shotguns in this game have very insane range on them. Like I got 2 hit markers from that one shot on the guys. I think it's called the Condor shotgun, I think is what the name of it is. It has some insane fucking range on it. Like you can if not kill a guy, at least get like some insane hit markers from like halfway across like an area that you're at. Like that shotgun, if I was shooting at that guy I was just shooting at, I probably would have killed him with one shot. Like that's the insane amount of range that gun has. It might be why you don't get it until way later in the game. I could be wrong, but I believe it doesn't show up until like chapter 10, maybe? Either 10 or chapter 13. I can't remember when it actually officially shows up, but oh no, actually no, never mind. It's actually right here. So you can see what I mean, like the fucking range on that shotgun blast. Like that should have just been a hit marker, but it was a kill for him. So any point that you can get that shotgun and you have like a lot of enemies to deal with, you can usually take out like 2 or 3 guys with one blast, depending on how far or close they are. So but going to into this next area, you want to have a assault rifle, since don't want to be too close to a lot of these guys. This next part can be annoying, just because of the cover that you have and the amount of enemies that show up. The first thing you want to do is kill that sniper. If you can get a headshot on him, that would be amazing. The 6 times I went through here, that was the one time I actually got a headshot on him, and thankfully it was the run that counted. So, but as long as you kind of stay behind this cover, you can usually pick off most of these guys. And there's usually this one guy that's like hanging over here. He may not always be there. Sometimes Sam might kill him. Sometimes he'll run out. It's very random. But once you move up and slowly busting through the wall, if you're feeling very dangerous, you can try and run for the vehicle. One of my attempts, I actually got to the car and I was initiating the like cinematic of Nate like getting into the car, and then I got killed before like the cutscene could actually kick in. So that's kind of why I'm being cautious and actually killing all of these guys.